Just when you think things couldn't get any worse for Job, his third friend speaks, Zophar. What we see here in the book of Job is that we see that Job is a godly man, and God allows Satan to come into Job's life and to test him. And so he loses all of his family except for his wife. He loses all of his livestock. Everything is taken from him as regards to his health except for his life. He's sitting in the ashes and he is scraping his boils with broken pieces of pottery. And it's at this moment that his three friends show up. They don't even recognize him. He's in such a sad shape. They sit down in the ashes with him for 7 days in silence. And then one by one they began to speak with their accusations against Job, trying to show Job that the reason he's in the state that he's in is because of some hidden sin. Now we have, in chapter 11, we have Zophar that is speaking. And he, out of all of them, gives the strongest rebuke. And he tells them in Job 11:6 that, Job, you actually deserve worse than what God has given you. It's God's mercies that is sustaining you. We see that in chapter 20, he continues this line. He says that the ones who commit wickedness will suffer. And he says, a flood will carry off their house and rushing waters in the days of God's wrath. This is what God does for the wicked. And Job responds in 21. And he says, for some reason, God allows the wicked to prosper. And they even go to their grave in peace. And he says, I can't understand this. Can you understand this? When you go to the Psalms, which follow the book of Job, you see that David has this same discrepancy. He just cannot figure this out. And so you see that there are what is called imprecatory prayers that are prayed. And David is praying that God will vindicate him. In our mind, we know that those that are unjust deserve punishment. And this is what you see Job's friends are doing, and they're mistaking the fact that God is really tempering and he is shaping Job through these trials. Because it doesn't make sense in our mind that the godly should suffer. But they do, that they might be perfected. We do understand that those that are unjust deserve punishment. They deserve their sins to be revealed and for punishment to come. We want justice. Sounds very relevant for where we are today, does it not? And I've heard many a godly person say that they've been praying for what's going on right now. We ought to be engaged in prayer and in fasting for what we see our nation is under. And I know that righteous men and women are wanting God to shine his light on the evil that's going on. Let's be assured that God sees all that's going on and that God will bring justice. But also, simultaneously, God's people are being tested and tried through all of this, and they will be perfected by this. Rest assured, this is not all that we have. There is more to come, and God has a blessed hope for those that know him. Be encouraged today. Thank you so much for tuning in. May God richly bless you.